This laptop right here has two screens. One which is 144 Hz IPS, and when I ran the gaming numbers, we got an average total system input lag of 14.9 milliseconds, with the best frame coming out at 8 milliseconds and the worst coming out at 21 milliseconds, which means the monitor attached to the main board itself on this laptop has under 5 milliseconds of input lag, which for a laptop is very impressive. And then the response times on top of that were also quite good, going from 5 to 6 milliseconds average response times for your frames. Now the screen below that is also a 1080p screen, however it's also touch responsive. So you can do things like stream and use it as a secondary complementary monitor, or it can help assist you when you're broadcasting or editing videos in Adobe Premiere Pro. So when Omen, which is HP's gaming line of products, and Nvidia approached me with the Omen X2S, they wanted me to not only take a look at the laptop itself, but also the RTX Nvidia Creator Studio driver set, which can utilize all those powerful GPU and RTX cores to help speed up your workflow in a workstation environment. Though being this small and having this much portability, how will it stack up also against the desktop gaming beast that I currently use? Let's find out. Today's video is sponsored by Omen and Nvidia, and here we have straight away a video project that I recently completed. So I'm going to scrub through this piece, or as I call it, Tech Yes Masterpiece, and this 4K video has color correction, sound enhancements, and transitions, the lot. It's a finished piece, let's check it out. So basically within Premiere Pro, we've got the option to enable GPU encoding and decoding, and this makes it able to utilize the RTX Studio Creator drivers, which are optimized in this case for the Adobe Creative Cloud, meaning the powerful GPU will take the brunt off the work of what would traditionally be on your CPU, and this in turn allows you to get a smooth and fast video editing experience without any stuttering, which we have now seen a lot of people do this with popular streaming apps like Streamlabs, where you enable the GPU's NVIDIA encoder. And it's something that not only have I been doing, but I've also been recommending for years here. On top of that, the final render times are also extremely impressive for a laptop. I mean, when I tested this against my 3950X Beast here, we did 3 different tests. We decided to enable the GPU encoding, and here we saw 3 minutes and 44 seconds versus 5 minutes and 14 seconds. And then when we disabled the GPU encoding on my main system, we then got a final time of 10 minutes and 20 seconds. So we can see here how important those RTX Studio drivers are. If we're not enabling them, then the laptop will beat out the desktop, which on both the CPU side and the GPU side of things is more powerful, but this will beat it out by double the speed. So you may be wondering what has exactly happened here. I remember years ago struggling to edit videos with an 8-core 16-threaded overclocked CPU with a 1080 Ti, and this is just way faster and better. Of course, optimizations with software will help raw performance per se over time, though there is more to it, and if there's more to it, then what's the secret here? How is this possible? Well, the secret is with NVIDIA Creator Studio drivers itself. These drivers allow utilization of what is called GPGPU compute, abbreviated from General Purpose Graphics Processing Unit compute. Usage of this allows for your graphics card to co-process alongside your CPU, where the CPU can then offload compute-heavy tasks to the GPU, and since in 2020 GPUs have much more compute power available, it can do the job much better and much smoother. These drivers also undergo rigorous testing together with the app developers themselves, in this case Adobe, to ensure that the cores can be utilized to their full extent. Think of it as a pay-to-win service, only you are simply saving time and frustration in the real world. These drivers are extremely stable too. I haven't come into any crashes or glitches, and this is because the drivers are extensively tested before they are released, which we know in 2020, a lot of developers and companies love to release so-called stable drivers, when really the public is just the beta testers for them. This is clearly not happening here, and these drivers are the real deal. So video editing and productivity on this laptop are phenomenal. They do the job right, though what else can this thing do? Well, since it has the power of RTX, you can also render and fill out large 3D models with ray tracing, and let's take a quick look against the desktop variant here in a benchmark called Octane. So compared to a desktop, the results aren't too bad, though of course the CPU performance will, in this case, not be anywhere near that of a desktop. We got 6 cores, 12 threads that have lower clocks versus the 16 cores, 32 threads that we're using in my main desktop. We've also got a 2080 Ti versus a 2070 Max-Q. But even then, when we compare the two benchmarks together, we can see the one that takes advantage of the GPU compute does make up the difference when it can. So animating and filling in 3D models, ray tracing on top of that with RTX, done. What about gaming? Well, let's see if we can boot up Call of Duty Warzone and not only game at this thing at 1080p 144Hz, but also stream it. And at 1080p high settings, there is another wow from me. Gaming, streaming, video editing, all done without a hiccup, and more importantly, all from a laptop. It actually is quite impressive, and I honestly love where this direction is going with mobile form factor computers. I'm personally a desktop guy myself, but when it comes to traveling, and let's be honest, with the current global situation, we don't know how long that will be possible again, though even then, if you want something that you can take with you on the fly, whether you're a uni student working out of the office and still want to have reliable power that can even edit and scrub up to 6K video footage in real time, not just 4K, then what Nvidia and Omen have done with this laptop is a bit of an alright, mate. Anyway, RTX Studio, it's here. It's some serious business and it's a fantastic step in the right direction, though if we're alright, then tell me who's wrong. If you guys want to know more about RTX Studio laptops and what they can do, then I'll put some links in the description. And with that aside, I'm going to get back to gaming on this thing. It's quite the bit of fun. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, then be sure to hit that like button for us. Also, let us know in the comments section below, are you a laptop or desktop person yourself? If you're a desktop person, could you now possibly see yourself changing over to a laptop if GPU compute continues this way? For me personally, traveling, that's a definite yes from me. Rest in peace, yes, mini ITX rig. Anyhow, love reading your thoughts and opinions as always, and I'll catch you guys in another tech video very soon. Peace out for now. Bye.